Bro, that's not.
What about you?
It's not a God.
What about you?
No.
What about you?
No, great. No.
Tell me something. You ain't asked me shit. You don't know nothing about me.
Yeah.
You don't know nothing about me.
Just a man on a mission, ambition to never fail. Personality electric, he is animated male. Intelligent and wise, calm and often cool. Chris James giving opinions while also speaking the truth. Empathy and compassion. Stephen Michael is here, helping you through your traumas, helping you with your fears. These three forces combine and keep it honest. Turn up the volume, cause this is the application of knowledge.
Welcome to the Application of Knowledge podcast. I am Animated Mel. We have Chris James here. And of course, we have Stephen Michael. And we are on episode 77.
That's not an exciting episode.
Why isn't it?
77?
That's a good
That's
number.
a great
It's
number.
a good number.
It's a good odd number. It's a nice little digit number.
But it's not like an exciting number.
To you, it's an exciting number to me.
I love 7. 7's my favorite number.
You know what I mean?
You took your favorite number from me, I know.
I'm not even going to get into it.
We're not going to do it?
I'm not even going to let these people
I
know
also
what
I like multiples of 7 too.
I like multiples of 9.
That makes sense. You got that from Maine.
No. Nigga, no, I didn't. And you know what? Not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. But okay, ladies and gentlemen, hope you all had a beautiful week. You all have anything pressing y'all want to talk about? Anything on your mind y'all want to begin with? Y'all got anything on your mind y'all want to begin with?
I'll talk briefly about representatives.
Representatives? All right, go ahead. I'm gonna let y'all start it off and then.
Representative of what?
Women.
Oh,
Women
Jesus
present.
Christ.
All right, we starting off with the ladies.
Women like to present a representative when you meet them.
Oh my God.
And the reason why I want to talk about this is because women will say, I don't want to meet your representative, but it's like, but y'all present a representative.
Wait, what? That's a thing?
Yeah,
That's a phrase?
So a representative is something that is displaying what you aren't, but it's like a front.
It's a front.
Yeah.
It's like I'm a laundromat, but I'm really laundering money.
Right. Gotcha.
Wait, when did this become when was?
Or you a casino.
I swear, man, TikTok be.
What?
Man, a lot of this stuff, I've never heard that phrase. I mean, I know what a representative is.
I don't think it's a TikTok thing. I would have said.
I feel like
TikTok
everything is a TikTok thing.
What TikTok got to do anything?
Man, I feel like TikTok isn't all
Do you
these
be on
trends. No, but that's why I don't know these things, right? Because, and I'm not sorry, I didn't mean to take you off your point, but
I know what my point is.
okay, you go on these like sites, the dating sites, or even on Instagram or Facebook, you just see the same thing or trend throughout these profiles. Mm-hmm. That's how you can tell it came from like TikTok.
Oh,
right?
for sure.
It's I say TikTok specifically because I don't have TikTok and I don't see this stuff on Instagram or Facebook. So I know that's where it comes from. And it's just like me, dude, I hate the cliche-ness. It's just like, bro, y'all are all the same. And I'm not.
That's literally what social media is building.
Bruh, it's so
slave mind, bro.
Yeah, it's so annoying. It's like this new picture where it used to be the picture where the girl was like, it's in photography, it's so cliche, where they're looking back, grabbing for someone's hand, and the photographer is taking a picture of them. Mm-hmm. It's a very cliche like pose. Right. And then photography, they're like, yeah, professionally stop doing that. Like, we're done with that now. Right. So there's trends that come in and out. And then now not now, but one of them is reaching for the phone. Right. Like, or reaching for a drink or just reaching for the camera. And it's like, which is a little different than that pose because that pose is turning around. This one is just reaching. And you've seen this before. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's so cliche. To me, it's a turnoff. Like, why do y'all do that?
So you get upset with women because they following trends with the pictures?
Bruh, yeah, yes. It's not that I get upset with them. It's just, it's a Steven thing.
It's a mental thing, right?
Yeah.
Because it tells you something about that person.
Right. It's just like there's it's lack of independent thought, right? Or, ooh, I like this, let me do this. And it's like, y'all can't see the women's profiles, but y'all all do this.
Not only do they all take the same pictures and stuff, but they all say the same thing.
All say the same thing. Yeah, it's like
dating me is like winning the lottery.
Oh my God! Right?
How do y'all all say that?
Right. Dating me is like heaven. Dating me is a dream. No, it's probably not.
No, it's not. The simple fact that you are saying it is not. That means it's not.
Like first date. How to win me over? Tacos and margs.
Nigga, are we dating the same women? What is happening here?
I mean, my God.
Wow.
It's not. They all think alike. They've all been programmed a certain way.
That turns me off. When I see tacos and marks,
Oh my
I'd be like,
God.
first off, I don't eat tacos and I'm not a drinker, so I X that. I
You
swear.
don't like tacos?
I don't eat them.
You haven't had the fried avocado taco?
Avocado makes me nauseous, bro.
Ah, that's right.
What is this taco?
Mel,
what
you gotta
is-
get over that, man. Because
I don't-
I'm growing 3 avocado trees.
Nigga, I can't. I try. I'll try. It's
Maybe
not like
it'd be
I
different.
It might be
if
different
you have it with if it's grown
Right up
from.
there. Yeah, it might be the pesticides. You know?
possibly.
That
you
could
know.
very well be it.
I'm not like protesting like I don't want to eat avocados. It's just
Avocados
when I
are
eat them,
heavily
I get
sprayed.
nauseous.
Yeah. Because it doesn't make sense that it would just naturally make you nauseous.
Right. It's a
something-
natural food. It's a
Yeah.
fruit.
It's a fruit.
It is what it is. You know, I'll try it. You know, since you're growing it, I'll try
It's
it.
gonna take a couple years, but you know what I'm saying.
You got some time to get your stomach right.
But yeah, man, I'm tired of, like, in general, holistically. I just wish certain things people would stop saying. Like, stop saying you're open-minded. You're not.
Yeah.
It's extremely rare to find someone who's open-minded. That is, you talk about a unicorn. An open-minded person is a unicorn in life.
Yeah.
And everybody says it.
Yeah.
Everyone's open-minded. It's impossible. Y'all can't all be open-minded.
Right.
Right? And then when you press that, when you challenge that, it folds so quick.
So quick.
It's like, well, I'm open-minded about what I want to be open-minded about. Well, that's not open-minded. If you're not challenging your thoughts and opinions and fundamental beliefs, the most uncomfortable stuff, you're not open-minded. That's literally what it means.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm open-minded about being gay or being bisexual, or I'm open-minded about the pride, or I'm open-minded about.
Nigga, why is that the
Because
thing?
that's the thing that people, when people,
That's what they be talking
people who
about.
are quote unquote open-minded, they just be talking about like stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then if I say something like, Nick, we didn't go to the moon. Oh no, of course we went to the moon. Like, what do you mean?
Someone who's open-minded, there may be some initial resistance, right? I think that's normal.
Of
It's
course.
it's programming.
Of course.
Especially when you talk about something like going to the moon or space. And the reason for that is because we've been programmed since before we were born to believe it.
Right.
Okay. So that's number one, right? Number two is someone who is open-minded is then going to be open to listen to the other side of the aisle, their argument. So, okay, oh yeah, we didn't go to the moon, whatever. Like, I don't believe that. Okay. Well, why don't you believe it? Well, I don't know. I'd never really thought about it. Well, clearly, there's pictures of the moon. We have pictures in space. Like, there's no way that's true. Right. So then if that's the way you feel, okay, I understand that. Well, let me give you a little bit of something to think about. Right. Let's have a small conversation. Let me show you some resources. Let me show you a video. Right. And then we start having this conversation. Someone who's open-minded within themselves may still be like, I don't know if I believe this, and that's okay, right? This is a big thing, right? But they're at least open to think and see, right? And look at the facts. Like, okay, maybe there are some things here, right? That's being open-minded. Now, that does not mean you need to come to the same conclusion that I came to.
No, that's not what that means.
Right?
It's at least give it a consideration to challenge what you generally believe.
Exactly.
That's it.
Be open to give it a genuine consideration. Don't fight me at every turn. Be open to look at it and say, okay, I can see why you see this. And over time, maybe you change your mind. Or maybe not.
Yeah.
Right? It's okay.
It's the open-mindedness is the consideration. That's it.
That's it.
It's what you said, the genuine consideration. It's not about right or wrong. And here's the other piece. You can't be upset. You can't turn into an agent.
Yeah.
Because I say something or have an opinion.
An agent.
That's the Matrix for those who don't know.
Oh, okay. No, that was just funny. It was funny
I knew what he meant, but I'm sure people out there don't know.
I didn't.
I thought it was common.
No.
We're not common at all.
A lot of agents don't know they're agents.
Yeah.
But isn't it crazy? Like they do. Like people are like, you say certain things, they get triggered. They literally turn into Mr. Smith.
Yeah.
And now they're protecting the Matrix. And it's just like, that's not open-minded.
Yeah.
I should be able to tell you why do people think that in order for us to be in a relationship, forget just, like intimacy and all that, friendships and everything, business partners, whatever. Why do you think that you have to be in 100% alignment with someone? That is so toxic. Like that is insanely toxic. People, it sounds good. Yeah,
it sounds really good.
I'm in 100% alignment with this person. No, you're not. It's impossible.
Nobody's in 100% alignment with anybody.
No, there's always going to be something that you disagree with, or something that rubs you the wrong way. And you believe that because this is the way that you were raised. And if someone goes against what you believe, you get defensive.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't understand, why do you get defensive when everything that we see within this world contradicts our natural beliefs? Everything, unless you're just in this bubble and you haven't got outside of that bubble. And I think that's a lot of times the circumstances that a lot of people, they're so used to having yes men or people who are going to consistently agree with their perspectives, that when they find someone who's truly an open-minded person and they challenge their beliefs, they be like, how dare you disrespect me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I know I'm an open-minded person.
Yeah.
Even if it's something I genuinely don't want to even have in my mind to discuss or even talk about, I'd be like, you know what? Let me give this a chance. I'll give it a chance, because I remember in the past, like an example of an open-minded situation, I went to a drag show, and this is something obviously that I'm never like, hey, I can't wait to go to a drag show, but there was some girls here, there was girls, it was bad, you know what I mean? I was like, shit, we can go anywhere you want to go. Where you trying to go, girl? You know what I mean? But we went to a drag show, and I had no experience prior to this. I only had my imagination based on what I've been fed, and it's actually a lot of fun.
Now this was not recent.
No, this was like prior to the pandemic.
Okay.
Texas.
So this is okay.
It's
So
in
this
Texas.
This would never happen in Ohio.
No, it's okay.
This is in Dallas.
I'm asking. It makes a difference because previous pandemic drag shows are different from the ones now.
I'm not sure what they're doing now.
You see it on TV. You see it
They're
in
doing
there.
a-
They're
they're
doing the most.
Oh, with the children and
With
stuff.
the children.
Yeah, it's all.
Oh, but I'm not
Now
sure.
that's just TV, right? That's not like the real drag shows.
I don't. Of course, the media is going to portray what they want us to portray, what want us to see. But I believe that. I'm not saying that they were. Let me say this because I don't know. Right. Let me be clear. I've never been to any of them, but from what I know at that time prior, right, they were all in their own world and they were doing their own thing. We didn't hear about them or nothing, right? Now, all of a sudden, we hear about them, and I've heard of other people that dress drag are just like, yo, y'all be doing too much sometimes. And because now it's becoming a thing to bring children in on them. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, that they're different, or they're more I won't say ridiculous because that has negative connotation.
It's
No, that is ridiculous.
I mean,
have children?
No, I'm saying they're more. Well, drag shows are over the top.
They're designed to be over the top. So saying they're over the top is like
right. So that's what I mean by ridiculous. I'm saying they're more
ridiculous. I wouldn't. They're over the top.
I don't know what the I don't know another word.
They're designed to be over the top. That's what a drag show is. But now it's getting ridiculous. I've literally been outside the door.
I mean, the drag show. I mean, what I've
never been in.
seen with the drag shows that they show on TV, and I know the media, they can display a particular type of image, and I'm not saying those things don't happen. But the drag show that I went to prior to the pandemic, I mean, it was fun.
Was it basically it
was an adult night. I mean, it was like
it's an adult. It's adult entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, it was an adult club. They just had one area where they did the drag show, and
but is it basically a talent show?
I mean, no, it's not. Well, the one
It's
I went
like
to,
a performance.
it wasn't a talent show.
Like-
I mean, I guess it could be set up like a talent show, but it's just people or whoever, they're dressed up.
People.
How
You had
they're
it right.
yeah.
You
They're
did
just, no, because I was trying to think of a man or women, so I just said they're just
said
people.
people.
They're dressed up. How they're dressed up. You know,
Mm-hmm.
a lot. They sing a lot of Beyonce, Lizzo, and all that, the typical
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And they're being funny, making comedic marks, and they're not being like super crazy. You know, people give them money and tips. They're not nude or naked or anything like that.
I can see how you could think it's a talent show.
I mean,
It
that's.
kind of-
I mean,
it has a-
It's more
in
like
my
karaoke.
brain that's never been there. You're describing it exactly as I'm thinking of it. It's a talent show. We're
It's kind of a
singing.
talent.
There's singing. There's dancing. There's comedy. It's a show.
they're
It's an
just
act.
putting on it's just a performance.
Yeah, that's
talent
all it
show.
is.
I mean, that's what in my head. That's why I'm making it make sense. So
It's not like you go to a drag show and all they're doing is dancing.
Yeah.
And that's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess you could kind of look at it like that.
Yeah.
I could see that.
And so, you know, I had an open mind to trying something that I would normally. Now, would I go again? No, because I have no desire.
This is with
If
a
a
group
girl
of girls.
if a girl that you're dating and you're really into likes to go to the performances, you wouldn't go.
It depends.
Well, what does it
Like,
depend
if
on?
she wants me to come with her out,
Yes, she
yes.
wants you to come with you.
But if it's just like, hey, let's go to this drag show tonight, and she's like bringing her friends, hey, enjoy yourself with your friends. But if this is something that you want to do and you don't have anyone to go with, and you want, oh yeah, let's do it, let's rock out. you
Okay.
know?
See,
I was gonna say that's the only way I would go.
my initial internal reaction is no.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's immediate no.
No.
Right? But also, I didn't put myself in the mind of how you just described, which was if I'm with a girl, I'm not going to go on a date, right? And she's like, let's go to this drag show. I'm not doing that for a date. If I'm in a relationship and she's like, hey, one of my friends does drag.
Why wouldn't you go?
On a date?
Why wouldn't you go to a drag? Why is your initial reaction to say no outside of the obvious, which you just think is like it's gay? Because that's what I'm like. It's gay. It's not something that I would do. But I would.
So that's not my. I mean, my initial is it's a boundaries. I mean that to me I have no interest in that. It's like just
how do you know if
it-
you've never done it?
That's just like come on, man. That's a dumb question.
No, it's not like I'm not asking. you.
No. That's a dumb question because
asking-
how do you know you don't want to lay down with another man if you've never done it?
No, because
that's not a good.
That's sexual orientation. We're talking about a performance.
Entertainment.
It's entertainment. It's like I don't want to go see that movie. How do you know? You've never seen it. I just know. I don't.
Because I understand how when I see these things, how I feel.
Okay.
And it doesn't make me feel good.
Okay. That's all I was asking.
Oh, okay.
I'm not trying
He's
to.
trying to set you up.
I'm not trying to set you up.
Hey, I gotta be careful with y'all.
I'm asking.
You gotta be careful with us.
trying-
We gonna try to set you
Trying
up.
to set you up, man.
Because
Trying to make me a real.
Mel is going to turn you into a real.
whether you like it or not.
Gonna turn- I didn't want to see Get Out.
Okay.
I
Now-
was literally thinking. I was just like, okay, what about Get Out?
Yeah,
but y'all
I
had the
explained-
same. Y'all had
yeah,
the same
I
thoughts.
explained it. It was an energetic thing,
Yeah.
which is a valid reason.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, once again, I would. I said my initial would be no. If somebody just asked me, "Do you want to come?" I'm not going to go. I'm not going to. Like if hey, we're going out with a group of friends. Do you want to come? No. I'm not going to. But if I'm in a relationship, right, because I'm committed to this girl, this woman, this adult human female.
Hopefully you dating women. Hopefully.
Well, we gotta make it clear because we're talking about drag. So let me just make it very clear. So
Biological women. Females.
biological woman. If I was in a relationship with her, and she wanted me to attend because that would help her.
They're
feel
not biological women.
No.
bro.
Oh, you're talking about the people that you're going with.
If I'm in a relationship,
Okay, I thought you were talking about the performers.
absolutely not.
Drags are men by
they're
men.
definition.
Yeah.
You can't even have a drag woman.
Well, I don't even think they're like drags aren't even like transgender. They're men.
No, they're
They're
men
They're
that
dressed
dress up like women.
I don't know
Yeah.
how they do this thing with their.
there's all kinds of
Is it like?
silicone
push-up
bras
bras
and
I'd be like, how they got titties? I'd be like,
oh, they
how
got.
do they do this?
There's a whole world
Bro.
that we don't live in or know about.
They'll use tape and all kinds of stuff. Like they manipulate their body. They're artists.
They're artists.
They're actors.
And women are inspired.
Now that's the part.
That's
Women are inspired by a lot of these drag queens. That's why they love the RuPauls and like the people who promote that lifestyle.
I just don't understand. Like,
Allure. I don't understand the allure from a natural woman being attracted by something that's imitating who they are.
and then it's almost, and I'm not gonna say making fun of them because I don't feel like that's what they're really doing, but they take feminine qualities and they put an exclamation on them.
Yeah, they exaggerate the feminine qualities, and those exaggerations that becomes something that natural women want to replicate.
Right, and now we have this makeup where it's like y'all wear this heavy makeup, and it's like, bro, y'all look drag,
And they think that is something that we really like. And I wish that there was some kind of like scientist or doctor to let them know, like, we don't rock with this.
like,
because
bro,
they won't
like,
believe us.
like like. God, why do we have to start on this? Like, you know what? Like, what frustrates me is because Chris, you were talking about I don't want to meet the representative, right?
Yeah.
Right, but also that representative is the heavy makeup. It's the filters. It's the lashes. It's the eyeliner. It's everything, right? Like, and I'm not saying that if a woman feels comfortable or she feels here, let's keep it real. A lot of women that wear a lot of makeup, heavy makeup, are insecure, and I'm just gonna say that because it's true. Because if they weren't, they wouldn't wear all that heavy makeup. Right?
It's uncomfortable. It slows down your time to get ready. I mean, there's a lot of negatives.
Right.
Well,
So and then the pushback is, well, no, it makes me feel good, or I do it for myself. Well, yeah, it makes you feel good because you are insecure. Right. And I'm not saying that, and please be clear, let me be clear, I'm not saying that women who wear makeup are insecure, but let's be honest, when you are covering up a zit or a pimple or a blemish, that blemish is an insecurity, so you are now covering it, right? So I'm not saying that you are on total just this insecure person, but you are covering insecurities, right? So it's frustrating, especially when you're talking about online or Instagram, sliding in a DM, whatever, because there are like we don't know who we are meeting, right? And then, I mean, listen, I'll be on pages. I was talking to this girl, and we were talking about pages or something, and she was talking about something about men. It was so insignificant. Oh, man, they always lie about their height. Okay, and I was like, well, women lie about everything.
Everything.
And then
who do y'all think are the biggest liars, men or women?
Women. I mean, a lot of them are walking lies.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, they're walking lies, and no shade. It's just true. You're not presenting yourself the way that you actually are, right? And some girl had the nerve to say that makeup to women is like men getting shape ups.
No, it's not.
What?
Bruh.
No, it's not.
What?
Bruh.
That's not at all.
Bruh. That's
No. If you were to certain
Makeup?
certain aspects of makeup can be compared
there's
to a
only so
line.
much I can do about this shape up, nigga.
No, you can shoot the weight.
No.
Now the technology they have now,
They be spray painting and shit.
Bro.
I'm good.
you could have a fresh line if you want.
Nah, that shit'll be painted on. It'll start sweating.
Yeah.
They have
start
bees
Mel.
you get it for 1 2 days.
Yeah.
They got the plant fiber stuff, bro. They could bring you all the way back if you wanted.
Shit, I'm going all the way back.
Yeah, man, we gonna have
But
to.
if you accentuate, your eyes and lips.
Nigga, don't be getting too excited because I'm bringing it up, nigga. You relax, nigga.
Mel said, "I
I
to
bring
do
this
that."
shit up, nigga.
If you accentuate your eyes and your lips, that's a shape up. So it's like
eyes.
Yeah, you get like some mascara. You accentuate your eyes with a little mascara.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Like,
he's comparing the shape up for a man to a shape up for a woman.
Yeah,
that's what he's doing.
so you're because the line is it's accentual.
I mean, but it's not something that you're putting on. A cut.
Technically, you're taking something off.
You're taking something off. It's a manipulation. So we have to be willing to concede.
We gotta give them something.
They gotta have something.
Okay,
No.
so
What?
hold on a second.
Mel.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me hear you out.
Me?
Yeah. What? Say it again. What you said.
Yeah, so it's a manipulation. We have to be willing to say, okay, we're manipulating our appearance in some fashion. They're allowed to manipulate themselves as well. What? What?
You good?
It was a piece of lint.
Okay. And so all I'm saying is, obviously, getting your hair done is one thing, right? Like, because you can manipulate your hair, but we're talking about an addition or a removal. So I think it's fair to say, hey, you hit them with the eyes, you hit them with the... Because that mascara makes a difference.
It does. Just mascara.
Just mascara.
Yeah.
And also,
Hold on,
lip...
mascara.
It's
is that the
under...
black stuff
It just darkens your...
like Gara.
Basically.
Okay.
It makes your eyes pop. Gara is like a drag version, though.
Yeah.
This is just a
That's
very...
excessive.
But that's all it does. It accentuates what you already have. But we are talking about adding something.
Yeah.
But we are willing to concede that.
I'm not.
No.
I mean, I understand.
For the
I
sake,
understand.
For the sake of this argument, the argument is...
I'm not. I understand, but I'm not. I'm not rocking with it.
So women
So
aren't
what would
allowed
it be for
to...
you? So what is the equivalent?
What we would do?
What is the equivalent for a shape up for women? If men get a shape up, what is the equivalent for them?
If men get a shape up, the equivalent to them,
What about just getting
combing
your
their
hair
hair?
done?
Combing their hair.
I don't know. Coming out with a fresh hair. A hairdo. If
they're
they
getting
have a
their hair
hairstyle, maybe add in some weave or some shit.
Weave?
I don't know,
No,
nigga. Hair, it
no.
has to match,
No,
not
no.
alter your face.
No, weave is out. We're not talking
Weave
about
is definitely
weave
out.
is definitely out. That's way too much.
Yeah.
So we're talking about
Maybe just doing a hairstyle.
just
women
doing
get
a style
perm.
with your natural hair.
Yeah.
Because that's really what men are doing. We're really taking hair away.
You're comparing apples to apples, and she was comparing makeup to hair. So I was trying to stay on that same vein. I don't disagree with you.
I don't disagree
But
either.
I'm just trying. I was trying to stay in that same vein as far as like what a woman could compare makeup to.
I mean, I would say a makeup. If women have makeup, men have fitted hats or hats that cover up their hairline or whatever. That's the only thing I can think of because a lot of men, they look different when they have their hats on.
I can give you that.
But you're changing the wrong thing, man.
No. It's covering up something. Makeup is covering
We're
up
asking
something.
you for women, not for men.
I just gave one for women.
No. Women, makeup for women is like a shape up to men. So men can't change. We get the shape up. What are you giving the woman? What is the equivalent of a shape up to a woman? You can't say a fitted hat because we're getting the shape up.
Okay, so we're changing. We have, nigga. I don't know.
It's
I would have
difficult.
to. I would have to think.
This is why Chris gave her eyeliner.
Maybe heels. They wearing heels.
No, that's clothes.
I know.
Well, you wear clothes too.
I know.
So
It's
it's
something
equal
that's
one-on-one.
changing something.
No, we're talking about changing our physical appearance.
Okay, when they fucking shape up their eyebrows.
Okay,
that's good. I can give you that.
I mean, it's the makeup basically does the same thing.
They
You
can,
can't.
but you can if you get them microbladed or whatever. You
Yeah.
shape them things up. A nice eyebrows, it looks good.
Yeah.
But you could also take makeup, and you can't necessarily microblade it, but you can fill it in and make it nice and thick
Now,
too.
question: Does now?
Because men don't shape up their eyebrows. Not that I know of. I
mean,
know some dudes.
Metros do.
I mean, I used to get it when I used to go to the Poppies.
Steve's
Oh, you used to get your eyebrows shaped up?
Bro, it makes a difference.
Steve's a little Metro.
I've never had my
sure.
eyebrows shaped up.
I went to my barber like a month ago, and I was gonna have him. Hey man, you shape my eyebrows up a little bit, man.
I didn't know that was a thing.
It ain't much.
It's a
It's
thing.
just.
It's a thing.
It's not like you don't have to go into the hair and put this like big old arch in it. You're really just removing the hairs around it.
that are
To give it to make it just a little more defined. The benefit of it, or the thing that makes it difficult, is really just making it look a little cleaner without changing it. So you still want to have a natural shape, but you don't want to go in and really start removing like a ton of hair.
Nigga start remove too much.
Yeah.
Start losing expressions.
Yeah.
wow.
All of a sudden you always look like
Be like, man, what's up?
like you
look
okay?
off.
Yeah, we're gonna fine.
Could you imagine?
How people look without eyebrows?
No, of course. Yeah.
How everybody look without eyebrows?
Look like damn
Lex
Super
Luthor.
Saiyan 3.
Everybody look like Piccolo?
Did Lex Luthor have eyebrows?
Lex
Also,
Luthor.
also
I
Smallville.
don't know.
Could you imagine if we had makeovers?
Oh, bro, it would be over.
It would be insane.
Hold on, like if men wore makeup?
No, us. I'm talking specifically about us. If we got makeovers, like,
But what do you consider a makeover?
oh,
for
I'm talking about a full metrosexual makeover. Like Steven talking about the eyebrows. Clean the eyebrows up. Get your beard perfect. Get the sheen, everything going good. Clean all of this up. All your dark spots, hit it with a little bit of foundation. Boom, boom, boom. So your face is just flawless.
Basically, if we were going on national TV, they're gonna do your makeup, they're gonna do your hair, they're gonna do everything.
Yes, but I'm talking a actual makeover.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
Like
talking
from
about
head to
even
toe?
deeper than that.
I'm talking clothes and everything. If we went to a professional and they laid us out, they got us stitched up, like we would kill. Because you got to think, we don't need much.
Yeah.
Right. We don't. There's not much we already need. So basically doing what women do, Mel, real talk. I'm like, just for the sake of just seeing how people treat us different, I'd be curious.
Hey man, let's go to
a beautician.
Yeah.
Hey, make me glamorous.
make me glamorous. I mean,
glam me up.
there's definitely
Y'all trying to go get glammed up?
there's definitely the possibility that one day, that will happen. Not even because we just decide to.
I would need some examples of how they do it because
I'm telling you, they clean your eyebrows
in
up.
my mind, I don't see this happening.
Well, Mel, you gotta understand. Most of the people you see, 99% of people on TV are wearing makeup.
I understand. Nigga, I used to do theater. I know.
Okay.
It's for lighting most of the time.
Because
Yeah, the cameras.
number one, the cameras are so sharp and they see everything. They have to. So imagine we be walking around here looking good without it, running on 4K cameras, and then we put some makeup on. Even just a hint.
To me, that would make it. I mean, no, but I get it.
I know.
fake,
I already know you're going to be against it, Mel. That's why I said imagine.
Yeah.
Like if it was like
I feel weird putting makeup on, even when
it's
like
not
I
a
do
whole
photo
face.
shoots.
It's not a whole face of makeup. What it is
They'll get rid of some blemishes.
It's basically
the eyes.
Yeah, it's smoothing it out, and it's basically smoothing it out. Like I said, we don't need much because our skin and stuff is.
It ain't
It's like
even.
a,
it
it's
ain't
like
even
a light
foundation.
filter, a real
It's a light. It's a
filter.
light filter.
But in real, bro, and that's why makeup is so powerful. It has and that's why you can't compare makeup to a damn shape up, because makeup changes your facial structure, right? This whole Kim K thing, where when she started changing her bone structure and doing shadowing and all this stuff, like that's what all of y'all, bro.
That's what all the girls are.
They all look the same.
Yeah.
You guys, like, I'm not saying you guys, like, but there's a lot of girls that just look the same.
Yeah.
Like, bro, even I could go through and I'd be like, man, there are no girls on here.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, well, because they all look the same.
And the funny thing is, it's not just one particular race. It's all.
No,
of
it's
them.
all, bro.
Everybody.
It's all of them. I'm just like, how do we get one face on
On
all the
all
women?
of them.
It's just like
It's the makeup that we're doing the same makeup, the same style, right? Because you have all these influencers. Here's the makeup you want to use. Here's
the
how
technique,
to do it.
yep.
So they all do the same thing, and then the filters all do the same thing, and filters are facial changing, right? So when they remove the facial augmenting filters from Instagram, the world was in uproar because all of them were gone except like 2 or 3.
Oh, that's why I was recently looking for those and I couldn't find them.
No, they're back now.
Okay.
Well, some of them, they change them periodically.
I don't know.
So
I was
some
looking
of the-
I was looking for the beauty filter because I was trying
to look beautiful.
I was trying to tell somebody, like, all our phones have filters. Oh, maybe it was just the iPhone filter.
It was probably the iPhone filter you couldn't find because I can't find it now either.
You can turn. Well, I have an Android, but you can turn the filters off, or you can have when you take the picture, have it lightly filtered, or have it like touch you all the way up.
It's automatic, and they automatically come on halfway. So when you buy your phone fresh out the pack, you take a picture. It's already filtered. That's number one, right? Number 2, then you have the makeup, which has 4, 5, 6 layers on it, right? So then you have the foundation, you have the concealer, and you have the blush, and you have all these things,
Nigga, you
right?
know what blush is?
Steven
Bro,
knows all of this.
first of all, don't try. I was married.
I was not trying to play you.
She was a cosmetologist.
I used to be with a girl who we did the tutorial.
So you should know.
I don't know the names of them.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Okay. Well.
Steve said you got the blush, you got the mascara, you got the foundation.
I'm like, what is this big old puffy thing? Look like I'm about to paint something right now, man.
But yeah, But hold on a second. Let me cook.
All right.
So
nigga,
you had.
let's
So you
wrap
had.
this up.
So you.
We could talk about this shit way too long. Let's go.
I mean,
I'm talking about makeup. Continue.
okay. So you have the filter on the phone, then you have the filter with the makeup, right? And then you put an additional filter on it either via Snapchat or via Instagram, right? So then that changes your actual facial structure, and you always see it when a girl it'll turn in a video, and you'll see the filter come off a little bit, right? Or their eyes, or they have them fake lash the filters, and it's like, why do you use this filter? Well, it just adds lashes. No, it doesn't just add lashes. Yeah. It brightens your eyes. It changes things.
It bigger.
Right? It changes the structure, right? And then after they do that, then they'll take the picture, they'll put it into a photo editing software, right, of sort, and then they can make the eyes bigger, they can make the waist smaller, right? They can then filter or edit the picture, and then that picture finally goes onto Instagram, or it will go onto a dating site, which you can then put another filter on the final product if you want, right? So you're talking about over 5 different types of filters or augmentation to the photo or video before it even hits the internet. And all of these things are done to increase attractiveness based upon what attractiveness is rated on, which is facial symmetry, which AI knows, but you don't know. Right? But that's what it's doing. It's making your face more symmetrical. So then when we go on these dates or we go on these sites, men are like, oh my God, you're beautiful, yada, 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 which hypes your head up. But then when we meet in person, it's like, well, I'm not really interested anymore because you don't look the same way. And then now women are mad that we're inconsistent. Like, no, we were never inconsistent. You don't look the same. You've presented a representative of yourself that is not true. So if you are tired of meeting the representative man, we're tired of meeting the representative woman. Matter of fact, bring the representative to the date, but you can't because they're not real. Because you can't add 3 or 4 or 5 other filters and augment yourself in real life.
Not yet.
Talk about it, Steven.
And this is why you see all these baddies online. Oh, there's all these baddies. Where are they at in real life? They're not hiding. They don't exist. Social media has trained us to think that what we see online is real life, and it's not. Same for men, because there's plenty of men out there that do the same thing in their own way, right? And when they do that, then they arrive on the dates.
What do men do?
They lie about their height. They use filters as well.
No.
They wear hats and sunglasses.
They wear hats and sunglasses.
They don't smile in their pictures on purpose.
I mean, there's
obviously we don't know. We don't date men, so we don't know the full extent of what they do. But I would say that women do it better.
Women do it way better.
But they have a new AI. Y'all seen
they
this?
coming out with AI.
Is it a deletion AI?
It alters. It basically shows you how you look like 50 or 60 pounds lighter. Y'all haven't seen it?
No.
It's basically the same thing that happened. Remember when people were putting their pictures and then the AI was putting them in these scenes and all that stuff?
Yeah, they got it. They got a new one now.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing, but it alters. So it's your face, but they clean you up, make you look glam, whatever, and then they trim your body out, and you can get the full body and everything.
Really?
Yep.
But it doesn't change you. It just says if you were to lose X amount of pounds, this is how you would look.
So they're promoting catfishing.
Bro. I saw some girl change her Facebook profile picture to this fake picture. She looks nothing like it. Now the face it's the same face. It's weird too because she's like got a kind of a fat face on this trim body. So you're like, man, it don't really look right. But for some people who don't really have those bloated faces, it's like, bro, this is deceptive.
Does it?
You know
looks
those
like
girls?
A good picture. It's a good.
Yes, it looks good. It looks.
The problem.
Here's the problem.
That promotes mental health.
Here's the problem.
Yeah.
Right? All this stuff you just talked about, the filters. We're used to seeing that. We know girls do that. What we don't know is that they're augmenting their figure. Right? That's not
It's newer.
That's new. That's not a thing a lot of people are doing because they just don't have a skill set for it. Now you have an app that'll do that. So now bro, the pictures, it's like, okay, I could tell she's wearing makeup, but she's got a bad body. You know what I'm saying? We can't even do that anymore. They took it. Because sometimes you'd be like, okay, I know she's wearing makeup. I know she doesn't look good. We don't know what she looks like, but we know the body's real.
And just a slight tweak in a picture, you pull the stomach in just a little bit, changes the entire picture.
Oh, yeah.
And they think like, oh, all I did was just make my stomach a little smaller. Everything is me. No, that makes a difference.
That is a big difference.
That makes a difference.
That kangaroo pouch look like you got a little kangaroo in there. And then we got some issue. But if that kangaroo ain't there, girl, what's up?
Because here's the thing. Because belly fat is an indication. It's an indicator of health, right? I mean, period. So you can't just say, oh well, and I've heard this before. Everything else is me, except I just changed a little something. Well, that little something makes a difference. Men are visual, and women know this. This isn't a thing, right? This isn't any surprise. Any woman will tell you that men are visual. So if you know that, and you are changing your visual representation.
That's why they do it.
You're lying. That's exactly why they do it. But then they'll say, I do it for me. No, that's not true. If it was for you, why don't you just get up in the morning knowing you're not leaving for the day and walk around with a face full of makeup? You don't. You stay at home with no makeup on. And you won't send pictures with no makeup on because it's not for you. No. Right? It's just like, yo, we know this. Why are you lying?
I think some women, they do it. They obviously do it for someone else, but they do it as a form of, I guess, self-care. It's making them feel better about themselves when they put on the makeup, because when they don't have the makeup, they want to look better.
I mean,
so it boosts their self-esteem. It's an artificial way to do it, but it works for people who have mental issues or who have like depression and low self-esteem.
Sure.
And, you know, they put the stuff on and it makes them feel better, gets them out of a funk. You know, even if they will outwardly express they're not doing it for anyone else. I mean, that's the reason why they would do it. And the only reason that they would feel this way is because they're comparing themselves to other people. Because if you weren't comparing yourself to anyone else, then you would have no reason to do a lot of things that you're doing, you know, because social media and magazines and all these celebrities, they create an unrealistic beauty standard to normal people. And that is ultimately going to be the downfall of the reason why a lot of relationships aren't happening the way that they want, because everything that you just said of women representing themselves in a way that's contradictory to their reality. And I think they just need to realize that men genuinely do not want this. We do not want this. Yes, it looks good to see.
It does.
It looks good to see.
I just had this conversation today.
This looks really, she bad. You see this? This is nice. It looks good to see. But I guarantee if you were to look for a husband, he would not want to marry this, because that is art. I want to see what's underneath that canvas. That canvas is something that we need to see the reality of. And if it's something that's fake, if it's not an authentic version of this masterpiece, then we don't want it. Return the center, man.
That's facts.
Take this bad boy back.
That's why you see men married to what women would say below average looking women or whatever. Because we would rather be with based on what they say, below average looking woman, not a baddie, average looking woman, whatever, than this representative.
Bruh, give me we've said this 1,000 times, man. Just give me a regular girl. Like, I mean, regular women are still very pretty. Like, I just hate how this world has got us so messed up. We hear regular or natural woman and we're thinking ugly.
Yeah, that's
like
crazy.
most people in the world are not ugly, right? Also, most people in the world are not gorgeous or beautiful, right? That does not mean that I can't find you gorgeous or beautiful, but also in my head, man, let's keep it 100. Let me keep it funky.
Keep it funky.
If I'm dating a girl and she's a solid 4.5 or a 5, I know what she is. That does not mean I still can't find her to be beautiful, right? That's where the beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right? Because I understand that it's not just your looks, It is your support to me. It is the way that you talk to me. It is the way that you are. You say thank you to me, and you show gratefulness and gratitude, right? It's appreciation. Those things level you up in my eyes, right? So I can say, you are very beautiful, but I'm not just talking about your physical. I'm talking about also how you make me feel. But I can look at you and still give you, which I would never do, a logical look. She's good 4.5, 5. You know what I mean? I know she ain't no whatever. You know what I'm saying? But she's still beautiful to me, right? I think that that's a logical way of looking at that. But so many people think that, I have to be a 5 or a 6, or no, I'm sorry, a 7 or an 8 or a 9 or a 10. What? Right? And I'm 5.
Come on, go back to delusion world.
You tell a woman she's a 5 or a 6, and she takes that as like you just slapped her in the face, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Average is the median of.
If you call a woman a 6, you better. She's blocking you. Like, you're never going to talk to her again.
Like, bro, a 6 is
like,
above average.
Everyone cannot be the most beautiful person ever.
Bro.
And just because the number isn't what you think it should be, it doesn't mean that it's the reality of who you are.
That's the thing. We think they think that when they hear these numbers that there's the same amount of 5s as there is the same amount of 10s. And that's not true. If we're talking about a median average, you're going to have people that are off the scale or at the top of the scale, and you're going to have at the bottom of the scale. But most people are going to fall within the range of a 5. If you have 100 people, that means 51 of them are going to be 5s, right? And then you're going to have, or 5 and above, right? Then you're going to have, I don't know, then maybe you have, I don't know, I don't have time to do the numbers, right? But if you have 50 at 5, or the middle of it, or the average, so maybe it wouldn't be 50, maybe 30, right? And then you have, maybe 10 6s.
Well, when it comes to numbers,
and then 2 7s, and then 1 8, and then you have like 1 10. You know what I'm saying? And then it's the same at the bottom.
When it comes to like numbers and finding averages, you can't really say, because you could literally have 50 10s and 50 1s, and the average is 5.
Well,
so
yeah.
The point that you're trying to make, and this is what needs to be understood, is that the mass majority of people are going to be 5s.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the average person.
Right.
But as you said earlier, the average person is not ugly.
Right.
So 5 is not ugly.
Right.
By any stretch of the imagination.
The crazy.
It's attractive. 5 is attractive.
5 is attractive. Give me 1 second. I'll let you finish, Mal. I'm sorry.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you were about to.
I haven't.
Oh, okay.
He was about to.
You were about to.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm saying the reality is just that women, they're mistaking their self-confidence of what they think they should be as their reality. Like, oh, girl, I'm a 10. Okay, it's good that you feel that way and that you think that way, but in reality, you're not. And they're not able to accept their reality.
Yeah. Or it's splitting how you feel about yourself and how you actually are, because there's a difference. Because when you hear a girl say, oh, no, I think I'm a good 6, and it's just like, girl, why would you're not confident? What? It has nothing to do with confidence.
Has nothing to do with that.
Confidence is something completely different. Everyone should feel like they're a 10, right? Everyone should feel as though they are the best and the greatest. But then also, you walk in the room with a 20, a 35. If I walked in a room with a prime Denzel Washington, right, a prime Morris Chestnut, a prime, you know what I'm saying,
Tank.
like Tank, you know what I'm saying, these type of men who I know women fall over, I would be stupid to think that, okay, I'm same level. Like, bro, we're talking about some of the most attractive men based upon like Ebony standards, right? Like it now my confidence would say, oh no, I could go in here with them. But in the reality, it like, well,
I mean, we do that though, even when we're looking at women.
What do you mean?
Like, if you're on a dating website, you can tell if this woman is going to be, if you're going to fit
that's what
her
I'm saying.
type
Men,
of mold.
I just did it. We can do that and say, well, no, I understand where she's at. Like, I'm not saying that I'm not attractive. I'm still gonna try. You know what I'm saying? But because there's been time where I've reached out to girls where I'm like, she ain't gonna hit me back, and then she hits me back, and then I end up unmatching her because I'm like, you're annoying, or you don't have a personality. You know what I'm saying? So
see, that's the thing. we can't equate beauty to like intellect or so, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the personality things. It's beauty, and then you have the personality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you have the mindset, and you have the spirituality, and all the other things. They're separate things, and you want to be like, yo, that girl's beautiful. But see, this is the thing. Talking to beautiful women and dating beautiful women and getting to know them, they're not all they're cracked up to be.
Nah.
Most the best relationships I've had are with average women. The most attractive women I've ever been with are kind of the worst relationships. It's good. It looks good. You know what I'm saying? And you know, there may be some heightened appeal for sex because it's like, yo, I'm having sex with a beautiful girl. But outside of that, it's really hard to maintain relationships with those women. And it's obviously it's not all of them, but you know what I'm saying, like, bro, like a high percentage. That's the reason why. That's the reason why I tell people all day, bro, 8 is really like as high as I personally like to go. Like I don't like dating 9s. I don't. They're cringy sometimes.
Yeah.
They are, bro. Like they're cringy.
I mean, you can look at profiles, pictures. You can see, and you can be like, bro, I'm not even. First of all, I'm not. Even if I have unlimited swipes, you know what I'm saying? I'm not swiping on you. Like, what's the point?
For sure.
Because it's you already know, right? Because I was thinking about this yesterday, and I got mad. And I just started unmatching a bunch of people. You ever go through them? You had them little fit?
Of course.
Oh,
If a woman doesn't reply back to me in a certain period of time based on our conversation, X gonna give it to him. Gonna give it to
Mel
him.
doesn't even consider maybe she went on a trip or maybe she's in the hospital or he don't care.
Her being in the hospital? Oh, she can reply all this time. Okay, I'll give you like 3 days. 3 days.
What if she?
And then I circle back and say, hey, just checking in, and you still haven't responded? Get the fuck out of here. I'm not wasting my time with that. What I look like? No, fuck that.
Are you
Move.
okay? Like, are you in a coma right now?
Yeah, man, I'm just circling back to make sure everything's good. One person did, and was like, oh, cool, we continued the conversation. But then she did this shit again. I was like, fuck this. I ain't got time for this. This is a waste of time.
Nah. I was going through, and it was interesting because one girl, she got on my nerves, and then it made me go through and just unmatch a bunch.
Yeah.
Right?
Because you know.
Yeah.
You're like, what am I
Taking it out
doing?
on them, yeah.
No, because they've already done things.
They've already done things. It's
I'm just
legitimate.
like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave you here. You know, you say something once every 4 days. Like, I'm just gonna leave you here just because we'll see what happens. But then one person really just gets under your skin.
I know what you're talking about.
Right? So she was very difficult to talk to. Like it was almost like everything I said, she was very combative.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, we'd only been talking for 2 days. And it's like, why are you? But we were talking a lot. But it was like, why? Every time I say something, the straw that broke the camel's back was simple as this. She was talking about how she had just moved and she had all the stuff in storage, and all day she was like, oh, I'm moving stuff from my storage, and I'm exhausted. She said, I have these tickets to this rooftop event tonight, and I was like, I don't know if I want to go. And I was like, well, I mean, if you've been moving all day, you've been very productive. I was like, listen, well, you can just go, and I said, just leave and go home. You know what I mean? You can get some rest and go out. And then she just was like, her response was, I don't want to rest. I want to have enjoyment. And I was just like, okay, well, you said...
Isn't the plan that you outlined for her to be able to have enjoyment?
Yes. I said, you can take a rest and you can go out. Right? But all she heard was, or all she saw was, I don't want to rest. I just want to have enjoyment. Which was, to me, I found to be a very weird way to respond to that anyway.
Weird.
Right? Like,
I understand what's
okay. Huh? You understand her?
Mm-hmm.
Decipher it for us, Mel.
Well, I've learned this because similar scenario, not exactly, but just in general in a relationship. They don't want a solution for their problem. They just want to express it.
True.
They're not asking you to give them input on what they should do.
Well, that's and I feel that, right? But that's not what I was doing.
But that's how it comes off.
We hadn't talked all day. So I just was like, okay, well then just
You're just carrying the conversation.
Yeah, I'm having a conversation.
Because otherwise, it's like, I've been moving all day. I'm tired. I got these tickets. I want to go out. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. How do I respond to that?
Based on that, I would just say, okay, I hope it works out for you. Then change the subject. Because if you offer any solution,
that's not. I can't.
See, that's too much work.
Nah,
it's just
you're right.
Like
it's based on experience.
No, you're 100% right. You're 100%
how? No,
right.
but that's what it's a conversation.
And this is
you
also
came in with this.
They have studies about this, about women. Like they talk about guys, because I read so many different books that talk about how women want things. They don't want any solution. They want to vent and get that problem out. This is in plenty of books.
No, he's 100% right.
And plenty of studies
I'm not saying he's
that
wrong.
they experienced. I'm telling you, man. Regardless of what you would have done, because you don't have any ill intent. No one has ill intent when they're trying to be helpful in a situation that you're expressing some kind of discomfort with. And so her end, it's like, oh, he's trying to tell me what to do. And now she's obviously going to be combative because she's not doing what she doesn't want a solution. She just wants to vent.
She just wanted to vent. Yeah. But she's already on her end. She's had a long day. She's frustrated. And that was the first thing that she said. So she's just venting. Okay, well, that makes sense. But regardless, the next message, because after that, I was just like, okay, well, damn, all right, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I understand there's a difference between relaxing and having enjoyment, because relaxing can be just low key. Enjoyment means I'm turning up. Okay, so I can understand those parts. So I said, okay. I said, I completely understand. And I was just like, well, I hope you have a great time with whatever you decide, and, just hang out with your friends. Right. No, I literally just pulled away from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause she said I have tickets. So not ticket. Right. So I'm thinking she's going out with her friends. She's going out with people, yada, yada, yada. Right. So then her response was, that's what I said, thinking I'm just gonna let you go. I can see you're upset or something. So I said, just let you just go. Her response was, ha 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 ha. All of my friends out here are married. I don't really have too many friends, so I'll probably just end up going by myself. And I just was like, okay, bro, like you tell me you have tickets, and before we all think she was trying to invite me out or trying to get me to come, the night before we had a conversation, like as the night was ending, about how I don't party, how I don't go out like that, yada, yada, yada. So it wasn't like she was inviting me out to this party with her. So if she was, that was the worst thing you could have invited me to, because I just told you the night before.
I wouldn't be surprised. Women don't listen to comprehend. They listen to respond. And so when you don't listen to comprehend, some women don't listen to comprehend.
Yeah, clean that up.
They listen to respond. So when you don't listen to comprehend, you're not really learning somebody.
Yeah.
You're just you think you know what they said. So and you might say, okay, she might say, all right, well, he maybe doesn't like to party, but he doesn't have to drink. He can just come and hang out. So.
And that's we talked about that. Like I told her I would go out. I don't have a problem with that. Yada yada yada. She didn't ask me, but it came up in conversation, right? So to me, it came off as, bro, like, and this is not the first time. I only met this girl 2 days ago, so this wasn't like the first thing that came up. This was the final thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a Jaguars fan. I'm a Colts fan. We're in the same division. So I immediately started talking some shit. You know what I'm saying? We're in the same division.
I don't know if I could be with a Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Well, what if it was Ravens?
I don't know. It depends.
Y'all aren't that big rivals, though. I'm saying Ravens.
We're all in the same division.
I understand.
I mean,
but you went to Pittsburgh first.
Ravens, I would be kind of okay with.
Who's your other division?
Cleveland. I don't like Cleveland. I mean, I hate Pittsburgh more, but I wouldn't. Cleveland, I would probably be okay, but Pittsburgh fan.
So Colts is like that to the Jaguars. Yeah. We don't have that. You know what I'm saying?
The fact that you wouldn't date someone because she's a football fan is weird.
Steelers,
not football
the
fan.
fucking Steelers. It's the Steelers. You don't understand.
No, I
You
don't.
don't
Chris
understand.
he don't like sports.
I don't because
No, he knows it. We don't, Cincinnati, we don't fuck with the Steelers.
That's true.
Period.
Yeah.
Period. What they did to Carson Palmer when
my
it was our
God.
Super Bowl year? Come on, man. Ever since then, that is when my hatred for the Steelers blossomed.
That's like Eagles and Cowboys. There's a couple big rivalries.
I
You know
get
what I'm
it.
saying?
But the point I'm making
that I wouldn't date a woman or be with a
is
woman
that
because she's a Steelers fan.
they have found a way through sports entertainment to create genuine division.
It's emotion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's definitely
It's
pretty.
emotion.
It's pretty, bro. These quote unquote elites. I hate calling them that, but it's like what everybody understands because they're not elites.
Yeah, they're just
they're just evil geniuses. Yeah. I think that's a better. They're geniuses, bro.
Yeah.
This is not easy to do.
Yeah.
Like I admire.
Yeah, fuck the Steelers.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
It worked. Social engineering, it worked.
So that, you know, so as soon as I even tried to like poke fun at that, she sent me a voice note.
Oh wow.
Dead serious voice note.
Wow.
30 seconds talking about, listen, if you want to talk football, then we can talk
still got
football.
it?
Huh?
Still got the voice note?
No,
about to tell
she's
you.
she's
Let's say,
tell
go
you
ahead.
what it is. He's
no,
got it memorized.
she's
Go ahead.
gone.
Go ahead and
She's gone.
Let him say the voice note.
No, she was basically saying like if you want to talk football, well football is something that we have to talk about on the phone. I don't talk football to anybody through text. And then if you were going to be talking about the Jaguars, my team, you're definitely not going to talk shit to me about the Jaguars, right? I mean, it was dead serious. We're 3 messages in. 3 messages
I don't
in.
do voice notes.
Bro, first of all, I hate them.
Yeah.
Like, yo, if we're texting,
I like voice notes.
I like when they send it, but not when I mean,
Oh, you don't like using it.
I'm not gonna use it.
I don't mind them. I don't mind them when you just randomly send them when we're texting.
Yeah.
Like now she said she was driving, but that's okay.
I can understand why she sent the voice note.
Well, it wasn't. It was no. It also was the amount of because she wasn't going to text and bring across what she said in her.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Like she couldn't like
Articulate it
through text.
Yeah.
Which to me is she was 38, which already. But it was just so it
Don't
really.
offend Chris.
Huh?
I said, don't offend Chris.
I know. I
Bro,
better.
I'm a man.
No,
number
no,
one.
no.
Number
That's,
2.
That's not offensive to Chris.
That's not offensive to me at all.
No. Before you say what you're gonna say, I think I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say you shouldn't be talking to anybody 38 anyway.
I don't. I for the most part.
I just
for the most
it.
part.
Damn, 38?
I'm 37. I know. I know.
That's not.
We
I
already
know.
been into this.
We
I
already
know.
been into this.
I know.
Last y'all.
Every time I do it because like if I start running out of matches, all I gotta do is increase the age and they start
just-
coming. They
The
start
majority
coming.
of them are probably 30 to 40. 45.
Yeah, I mean, 38 is the highest. I leave it. Like I've been up over that just to see, but I keep it.
What's over this heel? Let me just.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to.
Turn around, they're coming.
But most of the girls that I swipe left on, they're not ugly. That's what was my whole point to all this. They're not ugly.
Same here.
It's not about ugly.
No.
Okay.
They're not unattractive. Most of the girls I swipe left on are actually still attractive. And I started asking myself, why am I swiping left on these girls? Like, but then it's because then I look through their page and I find things I don't like.
Yeah. Red flag.
So it's not
If
that.
they're vaccinated, if they're liberal, if they're bisexual, if they put God first,
Oh my.
well, I'm out of here.
I want a man who loves the Lord.
Church,
Yeah.
I'm like, out of here.
Yeah. Well, Sunday church, Jesus first brunch. Yeah. Sorry, girl.
crap. It's
Yeah.
a waste of time.
And it's not that. You know what it is for me? It's not that you have a relationship with your faith. I don't have a problem with that. It is the energy that comes behind it,
Yeah.
where they're like, well, if you don't believe in XYZ, you're wrong, and fuck you. That's the energy they give.
Yeah. Yeah, I was with a girl that we went on two good dates. 2 good dates, reciprocated energy and everything. Vibing.
Okay.
Vibing.
Okay.
We went to go see Sebastian.
Okay.
Like a top tier comedian.
I didn't get an invite.
We went to this dinner and we,
You took her to dinner?
and we played some volleyball outside, met some people.
Volleyball?
You know what I mean? Meshed and had a nice little connection.
Okay.
What color was this?
Yep, she was a sister.
Oh.
She was a sister.
A sister that plays volleyball?
Melanated queen, you know what I mean? Sun and skin just glistening. I was just like, okay. Then we brought up the topic of religion, and I was like, yeah, I'm not religious. And then, like, the text started becoming less and less. And because her thing was like, yeah, she wants someone who's, like, religious and all that stuff. And I'm just like,
religious?
she should have told me this prior to all these dates and stuff.
All this hundreds of dollars you done spent.
Tickets, look up Sebastian Maniscalco. I can't pronounce his last name. Look at those tickets, front row. And I don't do cheap. When it comes to concerts or any kind of venue, I don't do cheap. I mean, I got to be front row center. And then the relationship dismantled over that. So when you're speaking about women who have these things that they say as far as religion and all that stuff, I'm like, you know what? I've had experience with that, and I'm not going to waste my time because I am totally okay with whatever you believe.
Right.
You know, if you believe, as long as it ain't harming people.
Yeah.
But you know, I feel like there's benefits in having faith. It keeps you grounded.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
As long as you follow the standards within that religion, you know.
Don't be a hypocrite.
Exactly. But it's those people like Steven mentioned who say, if you aren't this, da 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 da. I'm not wasting my time with it.
The problem is that what they don't realize, and I can say this confidently, growing up as a Christian, growing up in the Baptist church for 30 years, I would say, of hardcore, like, you know what I'm saying? I would say this. The person that I am now is a better person than I am now. What those women, religious-wise, are probably actually looking for. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? So what they're saying is, I want a man who's religious, who follows God, who leads, da-da-da-da, who's all these things. It's like, well, I do that. I just don't follow the traditions of Christianity anymore, right? But all these values and qualities are all Christian morals and stuff. It's like most of y'all don't even follow these things. And I say this confidently, growing up Christian, we are better Christians than a lot of Christians are in church now.
That's facts.
Seriously.
Mel, you ain't never even been a Christian, and you're one of the best Christians I know.
You would walk into church as a better Christian than Christians are. And I'm not, and I don't, and listen, I'm gonna keep it 100 because I know how I was raised. I know who I grew up. I know what I was told to do. And I watched how things happen. I watched the adults, right? How they interacted, their relationships, right? I watched them fail and talk behind each other's backs, right? And
run people out the church.
Run people out the church. I mean, I watched it. And I'm like, bro, I have to get away from this.
It's so nasty, man.
Right? It's I mean, just the naggingness, the pettiness. Like, it is ridiculous. So it's like when y'all say, oh, I want a man who's God this and da-da-da. It's like, well, listen, you don't understand. Like, I may not follow your religion, but I am the type of man that would lead you. And he would tell you, hey, listen, I'll go to church with you. But every once in a while, I would go to church. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not going to be in there every Sunday front row with my Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want me, if that makes you feel supported, I would go every once in a while because I also understand my religion, Stephen's religion, right? I also think that you can learn from anybody and everything. So
there's plenty to learn in the Christian religion.
Right.
Plenty.
But the problem comes in where we think that this is everything, right? Where they say, oh, I'm Christian, I only follow the truth. I hate that phrase, right? Well, like, what the truth, so if this is the truth, everything else is wrong, right? But it's like, you guys don't realize because they never looked. Right. That you have all these other religions that are all saying almost all the same thing.
Yeah.
So the main difference in religions is really the traditions.
It's the traditions,
right?
Which are man-made.
Which are man-made.
They don't even have anything to do with the God that you claim to serve.
Like, bro, like, yeah, I believe in God. Yeah, but I don't know who God is. God is I know what he is to me, right? I know what karma is. Karma has laws. Karma has rules, and when I follow them, I get things back, right? So we are better Christians than a lot of Christians that I know, because a lot of them, and I'm just be straight up, they're not good people. And
that's the major problem.
Yeah, and it's just like, bro, like, y'all sit here and I'm not talking about all Christians, obviously, right? But I'm talking about these ones that are high and mighty, that sit on their high horse. Y'all be the worst ones, the biggest hypocrites, right? And it's like, bro, that's why I had to leave.
Jesus would not approve.
Jesus would not approve.
The crazy thing about it is Jesus was a good person.
Right.
And his message was be a good person.
Yeah.
All this Christianity stuff came after.
It's man-made.
That's not, Jesus wasn't a Christian. So everything.
The religion didn't come till after him.
It didn't come till after. And he, as a Christian, you might look at a homeless person or somebody who's kind of destitute and be like, ugh, you know what I mean? Jesus would be like, hey, how can I help you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of energy.
Yeah.
That's why, and this is not, this is neither here nor there, but when I interact with people who are, essentially bums, if they're saying, oh, I need money for food or whatever, if I got it, I'll give it to them.
Right.
Same here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that there's a good chance that they're not going to use it for what they say they're going to use it for. Hey, hey, brother, you got some money from some gas, man. You don't even have a car, bro. I know that you don't even have a car. So I know you're lying, but the point is, be a good person. You know what I'm saying? If you've got it to give, be grateful that you have it to give.
Right.
And give it. I never think twice about it.
It's not your job to make them, to figure out what they're using it for. Right. And one of the rules of karma, it doesn't matter what they use it for. If you give it, it comes back, right? And that's the problem. Like, we give, and but a lot of people in a lot of people in religion will give and be like, oh no, I don't do that because I know they're going to do X, Y, and Z, or I know they're going to go drink with it. What does it matter what they do with the money? That's their karma, right? You gave, which means in my religion, what I believe,
Even
in
in
my
the-
spirituality,
even in the Christian
or
belief.
I'm just saying, right? But when you give something, it's coming back.
Yeah.
Right?
Good and bad.
Good and bad.
Yes.
And in the Bible, press down, shaken together, and runneth over. So if you give someone 20, you're gonna get back 100. But if you give bullshit, right? If you give evil, if you give pettiness, you're going to get it pressed down, shaken together, and it's going to run over with more bullshit. That's what they don't understand. So something bad starts happening, you're just like, oh my God, it just keeps coming. Yeah, because that's what you're giving.
I want to end this segment with this thought. I want women, especially.
You still talking about women?
Especially women. I want because I'm trying. I would like to make women better mates. Honestly. Because
Who are you to tell us how to be better?
I mean, we had what's the Derek White or whatever the hell his name is?
Derek
Jackson.
Derek Jackson. We had Kevin Samuels. We have different angles that people approach to try to help women get better. Some will take it, majority won't.
well, they follow Derek Jackson because he's a fraud. Oh, they love them fraud niggas. But so all this is this. I just want you to take. This is about accountability. I want you to take a look at your life based on what Steven just said, because I 100% agree. That's a law of nature. It doesn't matter what religious belief. You're going to get what you put out. If your life is crap, take accountability for what you've been putting out there, how you treat people, especially in relationships, because women dog men in relationships like nobody's business. You talk about a man cheating, bro. The stuff women do in relationships with men, those interpersonal, sexual relationships, honestly, I'm flabbergasted. Like I don't understand how they could do it and just be okay. So if your life is crap, look at how you treat people, and take accountability for what is the fruit that you're reaping.
I like it. Let's since we're finishing up on relationships, Jonah Hill.
Who is that?
Y'all familiar with Jonah Hill?
Not Breaking Bad.
Super bad.
Superbad.
Wolf on Wall Street. He played with Leonardo DiCaprio, the bigger guy.
Oh, okay.
He's in the news.
He's in the news, man.
I don't know anything about it.
Thank you. Bring up. He's white, right?
Yeah.
White dude.
Bring up a white dude. I don't want to hear about Jonathan Majors.
Oh yeah, him and Megan Good, right? But okay, there's this. He recently had gotten married, and he had a child with a woman.
Okay.
And then
That's the only thing he can have a child with. Oh, jeez.
when 2023.
Mel said.
Like, bro, are we serious now?
It's 2023.
2023, man. All kinds of people having babies.
Oh my
All
God.
kinds. But he got married. And what happened when he got married and had a child is his ex-girlfriend, she released a thread of text messages about their relationship and the reason why that they spiraled out of control. And
After he's married and has a child.
after he had so these messages were, I want to say, maybe a year and a half or 2 years after their relationship.
Why, bro? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, he rebounded quick. He got married and
He got married, and
He probably didn't like her.
possibly, but the woman, she is a surfer. She's like, surfboard. So
the ex.
Yeah, the ex woman that he's with. In this entire scenario that I'm talking about, I'm not bringing up his recent woman.
Okay.
I'm only speaking about his ex. And so his ex released a thread of text messages that made it seem as if,
They were still talking.
no, as if he was a toxic man.
Abusive.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I knew that. I knew it was that.
And so she started off this thread, and I think she posted on Instagram. I think it was Instagram or Twitter, one of them, where she had a string of messages, and she started it off with warning. This is a warning to all girls. If your partner is talking to you like this, make an exit plan. Love y'all. Call me if you need an ear. And so it was a text message thread between them two when they were in a relationship. And so he had an issue with her posting a lot of her pictures online, that were very provocative. Mm-hmm. And, her pictures in a thong and, very risque type pictures. And so the text message, it goes like, okay, Jonah says, respect however you want to live your life. You only get one. And he's sort of done explaining himself about removing the pictures or whatever. And she says, 3 removed, not the video yet. Is it my best surfing video? Would you feel better if I covered the frame, or if the frame was different? Any specific ones that bother you? And he said, yes, the one with your ass in a thong. And her reply was it's not a thong, but okay. And then
Petty for no reason.
Yeah. And so then it goes on to say that what he said was plain and simple. If you need surfing with men, boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men, to model, to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit, to post sexual pictures, friendships with women who are in unstable places, and from your wild recent past beyond getting a lunch or coffee or something respectful, I am not the right partner for you. If these things bring you to a place of happiness, I support it and there will be no hard feelings. These are my boundaries for my romantic partner. My boundaries with you based on ways these actions have hurt our trust. And so he's been getting a lot of backlash for that.
I'm sorry. That was supposed to make him look bad?
Bro, first of all, that was... Is there more?
No, that was...
Oh my God.
That was the how can you backlash that?
Oh my God.
That was the most emotionally intelligent way to express himself. And he said that if you want to do this, that's okay. It's just not going to work for me. And these things have hurt our trust before in the past.
Wow.
Right?
Bro.
And he expressed very gently to her that she's done things. She clearly has a wild background. Mm-hmm. He said that, right? Wild, something, your wild past.
Toxic friend.
Right? So she has done things in the past that have got him to say, I don't like this. And he didn't say anything that belittled her or anything. Bro. What could you possibly,
The fact that she posted this to oust him,
that makes her look stupid.
oh my God, she looks bad.
But there was a ton of people defending her, like, oh, I can't believe that he would weaponize or try to control her and tell her
Here we
what
go.
she
Try to control her.
Wow, bro.
Do you have any pictures? Does she have pictures of herself or anything that she?
Oh, let's check out her Instagram.
Or anything that she had up that was no good? Because if she's a surfer, there's a difference between a bathing suit or a wetsuit and a thong.
Yeah.
There's a very big difference.
But I looked on her Instagram and she did have pictures showing her ass and shit like that, like with a thong on.
Oh, let me see her
And
Instagram.
I didn't see much.
What's the at?
Sarah Brady.
I am thoroughly disappointed in this.
Just regular?
story.
Sarah with an H, and then it's H Brady. Sarah H Brady.
I expected him.
3 H's, 2 H's.
I expected him to be saying XYZ, calling her names, telling her, if you don't do this, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take this away.
Bro,
the
she
fact
ain't
that
got no-
the
she
fact that this man articulated himself in that manner, and the fact that people are giving him backlash, really does show you where the mental state of women are.
It's just women just having women's back for no reason.
for no reason.
This
is the reason why we can't trust when a woman says he was abusive. What was her original statement? If a man talks to you like this,
create an exit plan.
Right. Yeah.
I'm sorry, what? You should be creating a plan to stay longer.
This is a man that you need to stay with.
This is somebody that you should. I am. in shock.
I mean, if I can be 100, and this goes back to
She's not even that attractive.
bro. I mean, I was gonna say
she's not
Jonah,
that
like,
attractive.
bro, you shouldn't even be talking to her.
Yeah.
Like this
she's
girl
not that
is not
attractive.
even. She's average at best. No shade.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I mean, there's you can go through her Instagram, but I mean,
I'm assuming that's how she looks. No makeup, no nothing.
yeah, this is Jonah
You said
Hill.
average at best. Bro, she's a solid. Well, let me look a little better. Bro, she's a solid 4.
Yeah.
I mean,
When
like,
I saw her, I was just like, nah. I mean, she has a nice, okay body, but her face is just normal.
She's a solid 4.
She's basic.
Okay as. And people, y'all judge women. I mean, well, this.
It is
not
what
judging.
it
We're
is.
giving
what
our
it
opinion.
is.
Like, it's not. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with her. It's just that it's just like
She's a solid 4.
Yeah.
But she's giving 10 energy though.
right.
And
That's the thing. You got Jonah Hill. Mm-hmm. Everyone knows what Superbad is, right? Everyone's seen Wolf of Wall Street. Maybe not Chris.
No, he's seen
Oh,
that.
you did?
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
amazing
Did you like
movie.
that? Oh,
What?
that was a good movie.
That's one of
What?
my. That's
Why would you think I didn't watch it?
Well, okay.
I think we saw it together. Because I think we saw it
Amazing
together.
movie. It's finance and stuff.
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
You gotta-
true. Yeah, I mean, like but yes, she's getting 10 energy, so she thinks she's a 10,
Right.
And she's got 170,000 followers on Instagram, like.
And so based on that message, I was just like, I don't see an issue with this at all for of how he's setting up boundaries, and I genuinely do not understand the outrage from her. From the public representing her, making it seem as if that Jonah Hill was being someone who's vindictive, and because
She's vindictive.
She's mad. She's mad because he moved on.
He moved on, got married, and had a baby within a year.
And then now she's Saudi.
She's Saudi.
She should have never had him.
yeah,
For real.
yeah.
You should have never even got him.
There's
So-
no reason to post that.
And then to say that, oh, he's toxic or whatever, and you should make an exit plan, girl. Now granted, in her defense, because I don't know what the pictures were. She's a surfer. She's from Hawaii. They're going to wear certain things. Okay, let me just say that, right? But I mean, there's a difference between surf content, you know what I'm saying, and like being sexual. Because a lot of her content, at least that I can see on here, even if she's in a thong in one picture, it's like, it's not sexual though, right?
Here's the thing. I get what you're saying, Steven,
Yeah.
but that's inconsequential.
I mean,
Because
it is.
this post is showing the type of woman she is.
It's the post is the post.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree with him.
The thong thing is the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was just about the thong thing. He mentioned several things.
No, she has done things to break his trust, and he has said that. And he's saying, hey, listen, because of the things that we've experienced in our past, I don't want you to post these things. And I'm also concerned about the people that you hang out with because you've shown to be mistrustful or distrustful. That's a boundary for me. That's what he said. But he said it, articulated in such a great crafted way. It's almost like she didn't understand it. And she took it as he's attacking me. You just didn't understand what he said.
That's the part. I'm dumbfounded.
I am too.
Genuinely.
I thought more was coming.
Confused. Mel,
trying to find something.
I'm trying to figure out how this makes him look bad.
I'm trying to go through the page.
She posted a shit ton of text messages, and based on the ones that I've seen, he's only saying things like, "This is a new side of you, Sarah. I care about you and will always be your friend as I have. Yes, we sexted 2 months ago." I guess she's mentioning him sexting one another or whatever. And this was
but these are old text.
These are
messages.
obviously old
okay,
text
okay.
messages. And he has like a complete thread of him saying like, "Hey, I've been there for you as a friend, much as I have made very clear." And not only is it not your business, as I only mention it to you out of respect and friendship, but I have not been flirting with you or sexting you in any way where it would be inappropriate at this time to start dating someone. I guess it's when they were in between relationships. And if anything, I have felt for your change and tried to be a good and supportive friend as you transition to a scary environment. And to be crystal clear, I have not flirted or sexted with you in any shape or form in months. And went to say goodbye to you as a super kind gesture that would seem to have appreciated because it was kind.
This is him texting her.
Yeah.
And she put these out. Bro, this girl is sick.
She's
got something's wrong.
She's mentally ill.
Bro,
Has he responded, Mel? Do you know?
To this recent stuff?
Yeah.
No, I'm not sure.
Beautiful.
There's no point.
Jonah, if you are watching.
Oh, and another message that he recently... I'm not
Do
sure.
not respond, bro. You nailed it. You have nothing to respond
There's nothing to say.
Another message in August, at the end of August of 2022, he says, "Screenshotting intimate texts between us is a huge triggering
my God!
violation for me and breach of trust as a friend. I have explained to you about breaches of trust I have between trusted friends recently that have caused me trauma. I am incredibly hurt and I feel a lack of safety where I have always trusted you. I'm sorry if a former partner moving on is painful and I empathize with that, but I have done nothing wrong and if I wasn't a public person, I wouldn't face this kind of violation, and having shared that with you and then watching you be like this today shatters my ability to trust anybody even further. I have always shown you kindness and support."
So the plot thickens. She's doing this specifically to hurt him.
Shit, because she's hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, no, fuck her.
And not only is she doing it to hurt, not only is she doing it to hurt him, she's picking the most painful thing that she can. And this is what women do.
Yeah.
This is how
this is I don't like this. This shit makes me upset.
Bro, like this pisses me off.
This makes me upset.
Cuz women have done that to me.
Just take the biggest. This why I don't tell nobody nothing.
That's why I don't tell nobody.
Right? Like if you think I'm telling you, if a lot of women will think I'm telling them something deep, I'm not telling you something deep. It may seem deep, but no, there's deeper.
Yeah, when you open up and become vulnerable with a woman, that's showing a different side of you that you probably don't even share to a lot of people that know you intimately, and that's why I've started to become a little bit more reserved when it comes to a lot of information that I reveal to people until I see someone's true character, because there's a different level of intimacy that you have with your romantic partner. And once that defense is let down and you allow a woman in, and then she wants to throw these things right back into your face when things don't go the way that she wants them to
that's
do.
What they do.
Wants them to go, bro. That's what they do. And
it's not. This is a women thing.
Yeah,
they all do this. As soon as something comes up, they throw back the most hurtful thing. Oh yeah, see, this is why X, Y, Z, yada yada yada. Like, bro, like, why would you say that? Mm-hmm. Like, you just went for the lowest punch, right? This is why they say that a verbal abuse for women is is like physical abuse for men.
Yeah.
Because women will say, "Oh, he abused me. He physically abused me." Right? Well, you verbally abused me.
What did you say prior to that? Because obviously women aren't going to be physically as strong with their body when it comes to men. So it's very little that they can do depending on their lifestyle. And if a man is stronger, he has to be reserved and he has to have a calm temperament when he's being edged on by a woman who's verbally attacking him, saying the things that is going to trigger and evoke an emotion of rage. Yeah. So it's like you have this power to evoke this rage. You are responsible for being in control of what you say, especially if you want a man to be in control of how he acts, which is going to be in an aggressive manner.
See,
because men are aggressive by nature.
This is the problem with our society.
Women.
Huh?
Well, no, I'm sorry.
This is the problem with the world that we live in, because you have women that are protected without any knowledge or information, just like this Sarah chick, that you say anything and they just come to your defense. Because what they're really doing is they're just going in feeling their trauma from past relationships and just riding it. Like, did you actually look at what she said and how he responded? That's not how your boyfriend responded to you or talked to you, right? Y'all are just going off of how you felt in your own relationships and you're just dick riding, right? So, but verbal abuse,
and it takes accountability off of them.
Of course, it just removes all accountability.
Right. So if I'm supporting this Sarah chick who had a similar situation, it removes my accountability. Yeah, my dude did that to me too.
Yeah. Right. So you have I'm finishing up this show called SEAL, and it's about these Navy SEALs. Y'all I like military stuff, and Navy SEALs are some of the most diehard military American military, like special ops elite forces.
Check out David Goggins.
Super hardcore dude. And
he's crazy.
David Goggins?
Yes.
You think he's crazy?
100%.
I love David Goggins.
100%. David Goggins is crazy.
Yeah, he's crazy.
You've listened to his stories.
Yeah, he's crazy.
He's crazy.
Yeah. So one of the things that plagues them, more than anything else, right, is mental issues, right? So they're trained mental and physical, right? But they're always like, it's the pain or the injuries you can't see that hurt the most. Because physically they're trained to get through the pain, they're trained to push through, they get shot, they move through, right? Physically they can handle everything. But when it comes to mental issues, right, PTSD, TBI, so traumatic brain injury, stuff like that, mental issues, that's the worst. Yeah. Because they can't deal with it. And verbal abuse attacks your mental state, your mental health. And it is an injury that women are allowed to inflict onto men that we can't even see. And they don't realize it's happening, or they don't even realize they're doing it in the moment. But then later, now the relationship is over and now men are suffering, right? And this is bullshit. This is something that right now in our society, in our world, nothing is being done about. In the future, I would hope that it something is done. Right. I mean, I literally had a protection from abuse for verbal abuse. Right. And from my ex. It was that bad. It was the hardest thing I've ever done. One of the hardest things I've ever done was going in there and saying, as a 6'4" man, and then saying, yeah, this 5'4" girl has been abusing me and I need help. Right. And the judge is a woman. My advocate's a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Jeez.
Like, so it's just like, luckily I was in Delaware, which is a man state, right? Because most women states are women states. So it's a man state, but still it was so difficult to even show this stuff. And I had tons of text messages. I had pictures. I had voice notes. I had all this stuff, and I had to show all of it, right, to the judge and all this stuff and go through it. And then finally they're like, all right, we got you.
Whereas if it was the other way around, it would have just been like,
oh, it almost been instant.
Clockwork.
Yeah.
I've had similar, not necessarily to the extent of
Yeah.
like filing or anything like that, but plenty of relationships that I've been in when women have been like verbally
Bro.
wilding.
And they think like women think like, oh, it's just words. Nah, fuck that. Ain't no just words.
It's like, it's literally like you just hear it, you just listening, or at least for me, I was just listening. And there was like Gohan watching the bird fly.
Yeah.
And then like that line snapped.
Yeah.
Like, I won't take this anymore.
Bro.
Get the fuck away from me.
That's
Bruh,
exactly
it's-
what it is.
It's they think it's bro, this shit makes me upset even thinking about it. Like women have to understand that what you say, good or bad, makes a direct difference. It has a direct correlation to a man's feelings, his emotions, everything. We listen, and that shit hurts or it helps. Women have the power to either build up or destroy a man with their words.
God.
The same way, right? In the exact same way that men have the power to either build up or destroy a woman physically.
Right.
We need to understand. I need y'all to understand there is no difference. The hurt, the pain, what you see, the physical, yes, y'all can see that. Y'all don't see the damage that you do to men. And because men are told, oh, you got to be a man, we don't talk about this shit.
Right.
But there's so many men walking around, they are hurting. And this is why there's also men that I can go on Hinge and I swipe left on 90% of people. Like because I already can see.
Yeah, you can see.
I can see what you're, you know what I mean? I can see you're saying all men. I need someone to show me that all men don't cheat. I need someone to show me that all men are different. I'm convinced that all men don't want relationships. I already know you're hurt. You're not healed, and you're going to verbally abuse me. I can be attracted to you. I already know.
Yeah.
Because of how, like, you know what I'm saying, dude? Like, it's.
No, I'm with you.
Sorry.
This is why, you know what I'm saying,
this-
it's good to vet. Now, me, you, Mel, we're probably different because we could see a lot of stuff very easily.
This shit sticks right out to me.
But you got to think about men. There are that subset of men who can't really see it.
I think a lot of men can't.
Well, okay, maybe.
I don't think it's a subset.
I think men holistically can see a lot of trauma though.
Okay, they also get blinded by the booty. They get blinded by the looks. They get blinded by the urge to have sex. But so maybe they see it, but they're like,
blinded.
I don't care.
They're blinded.
I want some ass.
Right. So it's
I've
important.
been cussing a lot in this
You've been
episode.
cussing a lot. This is clearly one of your triggers. But
Well, we're talking about mental health.
Right.
Yeah.
Let it
Yeah.
out, man.
It's
Go ahead, let it
important. It is important for people to vet because you can also date a girl who doesn't show the triggers out. Like she's not going to show that stuff outwardly.
Mm-hmm.
It's not until you get into the conversation with her. That's why you got to have conversations with women and not just let it be about physical. Like, because once you start having conversations, you know, Mel said he won't date a liberal. Well, the question is why, and it's because their ideology and the way they're going to interact in reality through that liberal lens.
God.
You know the funny thing?
That
is,
hyper-liberal lens.
It's the hyper-liberal.
They be bad. It be some of them be like,
Some of
damn,
them.
she look nice. But then they be vaccinated. And then they post, they have flags and like rainbow flags. I'm just like, why is this the typical one?
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay with a woman who's just been brought up in this way, so she identifies as a liberal. But if she has an open mind, which we've already discovered, that they typically won't have that open mind if it challenges their genuine beliefs. But if they had a different approach to things that oppose their beliefs, I would be okay with it.
Right.
You know, because I see, oh, you know what, I'll match with her. But then it never works out. You know what I mean? So
Now, I'm a match with a liberal. If she's bad, I'm a match with her.
I mean,
That's not
that I'm with.
that's not a defining, like,
Yeah, because you
well,
can't assume she's an extreme.
I'll say this.
Well, she's not a
When I see it, it's a negative point.
She didn't put it on there.
There's a negative point to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't. If I see liberal, it's not an automatic no, but I'm automatically like, that's a strike.
We'll see.
Right. So then you get another strike if there's something about your page I don't like. 3 strikes, you're out. And it's usually they can strike out pretty quick.
Learn to talk to women, have conversations with them, so that because the whole representative conversation comes from, it's easy to display a representative when you're talking about surface level things. When you start talking about something a woman's passionate about, you get to see who she is. Because when people get passionate, they can't really hide.
Yeah.
That's why I always ask women, what are you passionate about?
Yeah, I start getting
So you
passionate.
can
Everything.
get an understanding of what they're passionate about.
Yeah, and then once that passion comes out, all that structure and all the makeup and everything, it just melts
falls
off.
away.
And now you get to see, okay, let's see who this person really is. So that's actually a tip I'm gonna take myself, because I've never intentionally been like, okay, let me figure out what she's passionate about and let's have a conversation about that, because that's gonna show you.
I've started just getting straight to the point. Like,
What are you getting straight to?
like, forget the BS, the small talk. Hey, how's your day? How you doing? Like, that'll be like the first message. But after that, what are you passionate about in life? I get straight to it, because all that other bullshit, it don't mean anything. It's just feeling worse to get to know someone.
Well, I think that here's the thing. Like, people say, I hate small talk, right? What they
That's
say
a red.
is,
That's a red flag.
it's a red. It's a red flag for me too. If they say I hate small talk, let's set up a date, something like that. It's a red flag.
I don't set up a date. I set up a meet. We're gonna meet.
I'm saying when they say that.
Yeah, it's just like
But even in general, when they say hate small talk, it's a red flag, right? Which means they don't know how to conversate, right? Because a conversation has multiple parts. There's structure to a conversation, right? When you say, hey, how was your day? It's an introduction, right? So yes, hey, Steven, how was your day? It was great, right? Here's the problem. They don't have conversation.
They don't.
And I'm carrying it. So every time we stop, I have to restart the conversation, which requires me to begin with an introduction.
Yes.
So if you aren't carrying your side, all you're going to get from me consistently, what it's going to feel like is, hey, how's your day?
Yeah.
Hey, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, how was work? Like, I can't have a conversation by myself.
Exactly.
That's what they don't understand.
And I have women who do the exact same thing, but then, because I'll keep the conversation going, but then they'll say, what about you?
Bro, that's not.
What about you?
It's not a God.
What about you?
No.
What about you?
No, great. No.
Tell me something. You ain't asked me shit. You don't know nothing about me.
Yeah.
You don't know nothing about
Yeah.
me. I'm asking you invasive questions, personal questions, and you're sitting here, what about you? This is a woman-specific question. I can't answer this as a man.
Bro.
Like, it's a very frustrating process,
It
man.
is. It is.
High energy podcast today, man.
And it started off low energy too. Like,
Nigga, we started off with women. We came off swinging.
this man,
with
no,
women.
this Chris started off.
Yeah.
So first thing out of his mouth, I knew. And then you roll this back, you gonna see my face like, oh fuck, here we go.
Okay, let's wrap this podcast
Hey, we're not
up
wrap the whole thing up.
with I want to ask y'all, have y'all seen the lady on the plane? Have y'all seen her?
I think so.
Have y'all seen her? We said
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know which one you're talking
I'm still
about,
trying to figure the ad out.
where she's like, because this don't have to be super long. The woman, she's on the plane. She's actually in Dallas.
Oh yeah. It happened in DFW.
Yeah,
Yes,
it happened
yes.
in DFW.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out where she's.
Telling you right now, that motherfucker is not real. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen
You haven't
that.
seen that?
Oh, bro.
No.
It's the most hilarious thing because they have different memes, and I'll show you the memes, which
Well,
had me fucking
it's not.
crying.
Here's the thing. It's not just it's not a meme, but she said he was a reptile.
Yeah.
She said that he was sitting there and he looked at her and blinked with a different set of eyes or something weird, right? And she got up and said, I'm getting off this plane. And there's a whole long story, but basically they had already left the dock. And then she
they were
did this.
taxiing.
Yeah, they were taxiing. And then so they went back to drop her off. Wow. Because she was making such a big fuss because he looked at her and I guess blinked weird or something. Because there was another video I watched of the woman that was on the plane who was there listening to the whole thing happen. Which they don't have videos of that.
They have a video of the guy that she was sitting next to. The guy explained it, everything.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, but I'll talk about that after that. I'll show Chris this. Here's the thing.
But she said he wasn't.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the fuck off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the fuck off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two fucks, but I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real. And when you sit on this plane and
Well, I don't think he's gonna kill himself. Just 'cause he's
Nigga,
a
all right,
rapper.
let me show you the meme that had me, the video that had me crying.
Mel,
I'm
you
just trying
matched
to-
her voice perfectly.
Oh no, her voice.
Hold on, listen.
I am telling you right now, that motherfucker,
The music.
that motherfucker back there is not real. And you can sit
That shit he got me.
That's Ryuk from Death Note.
Yeah.
I saw that was like, holy shit, that's exactly what it was. When Light was on the bus and Ray Pinbar was like, on
The way that the camera turned, he's just standing there. That was perfect.
Right.
That should give me goosebumps.
Bro, let me tell you something. I believe her.
I do too.
Now, here's the thing. I wouldn't have got off the plane because they're just here.
Yeah.
They've been here. But I believe her.
I believe her too. I don't know. I believe her, and that's just because I've done way too much research. She saw something that I guarantee. That's why I'm okay. There's a couple reasons I'd like to figure out who she is. I think she's attractive.
Yeah, she is.
Okay,
I was like,
alright.
she's kind of bad.
Right. So and I saw she was in DFW airport. So I'm like, is she flying out or coming in?
Yeah, man.
Some way she has an affiliation
Well,
with
if she's
DFW.
getting off the plane, it's more likely that she lives here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure that out. But then also people just laugh at that stuff because like, oh, she's crazy. I mean, the internet was going wild.
Oh, I'm
she's
sure.
just crazy. Oh, this dumb
she's a
bitch.
meme.
Da, 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 da.
Oh,
like,
yeah, I'm
she's,
sure.
And I'm like, y'all are stupid.
Yeah.
Y'all don't understand that there are people or things that live amongst us. She saw something that she wasn't supposed
She
to
wasn't
see.
supposed to see.
Right? He looked at her and maybe he accidentally blinked with the wrong set of eyes or he was a reptile, whatever. But he's not going to give up his cover. So,
No.
of course, he's also going to make a video of, oh, no, because if it was me, why would I make a,
It doesn't make sense.
yeah.
Like, why would you put yourself out there?
Why would I put myself
That's
out
actually
there?
ridiculous.
Because then there's a people that are conspiracy theorists that now are going to look into
they're
my
gonna
whole
look
life.
for you.
They're going to be like, oh, no, I want to look into him.
Yeah.
Let me research him. Like, why would I even put myself out there?
Did y'all see the video of him?
No.
Because he the guy that was sitting next to her, what he said was that they were, first off, he said that she was drunk.
That's what they tried to say, that because she was drinking at the bar prior.
Yeah.
But it's just like, bro, everyone drinks.
First of all, how do you even know that? How do you know she was drinking?
Well, you could
She-
probably smell it on her breath.
Well, people said that they saw her at the bar prior to getting on the plane.
She didn't sound drunk to me.
No,
She
she sounded
sounded
like upset.
upset, hysterical, but not drunk.
Yeah. And so he said that he has a lot of like tattoos and he's a Freemasonry. And so he has
Oh
Oh.
my God.
Yeah. So he's a Freemason and he has all these things and they were having a conversation about how like these people are evil. They have they worship the devil and type of stuff. And then what he said was he was antagonizing her saying that, we're going to like take over and do something like that. And then there was like someone behind him and he was looking at him and then he like winked at him or whatever to let him know that he was just, I guess, messing around with her. And then she started growing more hysterical. And then like as their conversation intensified or so, she started getting hysterical, which led to her doing this thing. But yeah, so the guy that was sitting next to her, same outfit, he did it right after the video. He came out and explained the conversation that they had together. And so then people started talking about lizard people and all that stuff and adding their different stories. So, I mean, I can understand different perspectives. And, I mean, you don't necessarily know what's real. You only know what they're telling us. But I wouldn't necessarily say that what the woman was experiencing and seeing was fake. But you also have to consider there could be other elements as, maybe she was on psychedelics. Maybe she was drinking. There's always different, things.
Yeah,
caveats
of
that we can put
course.
in
And
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
it's and that will always explain it away. At some point, we got to
Like,
be like,
exactly.
no, like, no, she saw what she saw.
Right. I mean, when you said Freemason, I said, you just solidified it in me.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, I already felt like she saw what she saw, or she saw something to make her feel that way. Then you said Freemason. I said, oh, it's just a rap.
It's the same thing that they did in the 70s or 60s with the whole alien, the Roswell crash thing.
Yeah.
It's like they just, you conspiracy theorists.
And then made a bunch of movies.
Made a
Just
whole
to
bunch
make
of
it seem
movies.
like-
Like they went all the way out the way to make it seem like these people are crazy. And now the government releases classified documents. Yeah, they were right.
Yeah.
Like
y'all fooled us for 60 years, lying, saying that like Area 51 is real. It's legit. There's a reason it's there, right? So they spend all this time joking about it. So then when these things come up like this,
Exactly.
yada, 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 oh, it's not real. Bro, if we saw our history, we understand that there are different bloodlines, right? When you start studying, the Bible and the hidden books of the Bible, there were giants here. There were other things here where the people and the humans and the angels were having
Microhumans.
sex.
Y'all know about the microhumans?
Like tiny people?
Bro, they're like, y'all know what I'm talking about? The little. No, this is not a midget. They grow to this tall. It's like they're like that tall.
Like toy soldiers?
Why is everything?
Yes.
What? Why is everything?
Everything's a
They
damn
found-
cartoon to you.
they found
You live in this fucking cartoon world.
Y'all remember small soldiers back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They found
Grogu
the
Knights.
skeleton
We are the
of
Grogu
this
Knights.
micro creature. Whatever. And they analyzed it because they're like, they're okay. They're saying, oh, it's fake or whatever. It had veins. It had heart. It had all the internal, well, it didn't have a heart, but it had all the internal pieces and anatomy that you would think a full-grown adult had. And they basically was like, bro, if someone made this, they're beyond, like the technology is beyond our comprehension.
Micro-humans. That's interesting.
Yeah,
It's like Ant-Man, but like a colony of Ant-Man.
Why?
Here we go.
What?
Why?
Here we go.
Why?
What?
Why?
What? I'm just asking. I don't know.
Like,
No,
why
it's not a colony of Ant-Man because Ant-Man wears a suit that shrinks down.
Well, I'm just saying, not specifically Ant-Man, but just people who are that size. They're small.
Yeah.
Yes, to answer your question.
That's what I'm
To make it make
saying.
sense to you.
Yeah. So
Trying to make it relatable.
So hilarious.
So one of these skeletons got out of the Smithsonian's hands because that's
got
where
up
it all
and walked
goes.
out.
You know what I'm saying? That's the institution that gets all the bones, all the evidence for everything. That's the reason why you can't find skeleton bones and all this other stuff. They take all those bones.
Yeah. They
But-
collect them. And then so they collect them, replicate them, and then display the replicates, right?
Yeah. Well, not of these giants and stuff, no. But if you're talking about like dinosaur bones, yeah, they don't have any real dinosaur bones.
Right. I'm
in
talking
them.
just a lot of things.
Oh
And
yeah, like
replication.
coffins and things. Yeah, sure. They use replicas. But so this is the reason why it's so hard to prove this stuff because you can't get the science. But what they did with this skeleton, not only did he have the anatomy, but they also were able to extract DNA. And they found I can't remember. I think the DNA very closely matched ours, or maybe I can't remember what it was. It wasn't exactly the same, I don't think, but it was like close, or it was like wildly different. I don't remember, but it was something about the DNA
But the
was
structure
conclusive.
of them with the anatomy was still human.
It was humanoid.
Humanoid. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But the point is, if you look, there is information out there to show you that we have found.
There's other things here.
There's other things. Yeah. Even when you talk about these alien ships that crash, okay, so that means there were pilots. Mm-hmm. So you have skeletons or even live pilots. Dane Calloway, I was surprised. Dane Calloway just did a video on the recent. Okay, so there is in the mainstream media right now, there's a narrative that there's aliens.
Yeah.
Right? So they're pushing the narrative, and Dane's like, why now? Y'all been had this information. So there's this guy, this high-level ranking officer who's supposed to be a whistleblower, but he's like telling everybody like, yeah, like we've had this stuff, we have all this proof and blah, 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 blah. And Dane's like, you're talking about the dead pilots. What about the ones that were alive? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it's legit. I don't know what she saw. I don't know if what she saw is what she said she
I don't
saw.
think we've seen any other interview except that.
How do they have reptilians? Like, how do you come to the conclusion of reptilians?
Bro, have you not seen Arrival? I think that was what it's called.
Is that a movie?
It's a TV show.
I've never seen it.
It's the TV show of the aliens that come from a different galaxy or whatever, and they're reptilian, but they basically can wear a skin, and you can't tell them apart from humans.
Is it like the Marvel? Have you seen like the recent Marvel where I think it's like, what's his name?
Scrolls.
The dude, Samuel Jackson?
Scrolls?
Yeah.
No, because with the Scrolls, they have an ability. It's like a chameleon ability. With this, I believe it's something they have to do. It's like a technology. But it's essentially the same. They've been telling us all this time. And that's the thing, like, when you really start getting into movies and you realize, okay, they tell us all this stuff in movies, then it's like, okay, no, the movies are real.
Yeah.
Like, all the movies are real.
I agree. I agree with that.
That's the reason why I'm like, well, they've shown us on movies that they're reptiles. But that's just one species. And reptiles are chameleons. And they're cold-blooded.
Steven's checked out, so ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Steve is definitely checked out.
Steven is checked out, so we're going to wrap this bad boy up.
Steve's like, look.
Been on here for 2 hours, man. You know what I'm saying?
It was a good one, though.
Yeah,
Episode 77, man.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, the
I
episode.
mean-
Ooh, not an exciting number.
But yeah, this is the relationship episode.
Yeah, Jonah Hill played him.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, just run the Jonah Hill story, man. Don't worry about all that extra.
Yeah, I mean, but hey, we appreciate you all rocking out with us. Chris James, Stephen Michael.
Jonathan Majors. Shout out to Jonathan Majors.
I am
Vindicated.
Animated Mel. What happened with Jonathan Majors?
We talk
Everybody
about-
knows except you, I guess.
I mean, no, but what is vindicated with what?
The girl he was dating tried to say that he abused her physically. He went to jail. You don't know this?
No, I know the story, but what? are you
Yeah,
bringing
well,
it up for?
apparently she retracted her statement. There was some text messages or something showing that she was lying. Like, and now, if I'm not mistaken, he's suing her now. I don't know.
Yeah,
But the damage is done.
Oh,
now.
the damage is done.
it's this. There,
They ruined
Like
that man's
even
this
career.
is-
he's innocent now, but that being out there ruins his career.
Yeah, they
That's fucked
oh,
up.
he especially was on the height of Creed.
Oh,
Creed was
bruh,
running.
Creed, not only Creed,
Ant-Man. Like,
Like,
he
bro,
had
they
all these
ruined
things
his-
running,
And he
all-
lost a lot of stuff.
right at the top. As now he's at the peak of his career, going up.
Dude
Going
was
up.
ascending.
He
I mean,
didn't.
I
He
think
didn't.
he'll be able to.
He didn't go to the party, bro.
I don't think that
That's
he'll.
what it is. That's why Ice Cube is on this little.
He didn't go
that
to the
white,
party.
That white party, that Ruben.
No,
Just
no,
in
no.
general.
I
The
understand.
club.
In
He's
general.
not in the
I
club. He's
I
not part of the
understand.
club.
I understand. So they got to ruin him.
Yeah. So you know,
Yikes.
it is what it is. But make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. I am Animated Mel, and yeah, you all take care. Have a beautiful day. Peace and love. Holla.